Evening everybody, Rich here, back for part 7 of this SS Canberra tutorial. Today's focus is the ship's funnel support, or funnel supporting deck house. But apart from that, I don't know what else. I think we may do the forward mast and maybe the funnels as well. I'll see what enthusiasm I have during this video to do that. But before I do that though, I'm just going to point out or show that I have added doors and windows to all of the superstructure around the top here, this front circle area. So we've got windows and doors on the sides, around there and down under there as well, and of course around the back as well. So that is that section there. Also added doors and windows across the back panel here between the two sets of stairs. So that's that section there. And then on the deck below that, underneath here, in between all the pillars, we've got doors and windows going along the full length of this deck as well. We just fly all the way back. So you've got doors and windows in that very deep area there. And also on the next deck below and on the next deck below there, you get the idea on how this is going. So I've got doors and windows roughly placed in those areas there. I've not added any doors and windows though to the lifeboat station area though, because this will be a sort of separate project later on. So I'm not going to bother with that just yet. We'll get the main gubbins out of the way first. So yeah, what we're going to do now is go over to the back wall of the top section here. So we've got this area, this wall here with the stairs in each end. I'm going to go to the centre block of the centre point of this wall, and on the wood we're going to leave a 50 block gap. So on the first block of wood there, so that's the number 1, and you're going to count to block 51. So like I say, it's a 50 block gap, so count to the 51st block. So that's where we build, on block 51. So just go as fast as I count to there. So that's 75, so I've gone too far already. So that's 47, 48, 49, 50. So there's block 50, and then we build on 51. So I shall put a red block there to mark the centre. So that is the 50 block gap. So yeah, it's about right, I think. So we're going to build the first deck house for the minute, because there's two. It's one deck house basically, but it's sort of separated into two sections. A high section and a low section. So what we're going to do now, we're going to build this section 11 wide, so that's 5 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. And then we're out to the side we want 2 and 2, and then for the sides we want 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So that's 32 there. And I'll do the same on the other side. So it's 2, 2, and then 32. So 2 and 2, and then 32. So just checking my notes, make sure that's right. So there we go. Let's build it 32. I won't bother counting it. I'll just measure it, compare it to the other side. So that's 32 there. And then this section, well, basically horseshoe section, we build that to 3 blocks high. So I'll do one side, and then I'll probably copy paste it to the other side. So build it all 3 blocks high, and then we're going to add some detailing to the top. So well, basically stairs. So I'll just build it 3 high, and actually I'll copy it one on there. So copy from there. Build it 3 high all the way across. So there we are, that's one side, so I shall just copy paste it. So copy to there, and we'll use copy, flip, and paste, and that's both sides. So there we are, that is the that section done there. And then what we're going to do is get our quartz stairs. So I'm going to find that first. So quartz stairs are those ones. And around the top, around the other side, we're just going to add quartz stairs all around like so. So it basically just makes a sort of curve to the top of the wall. So we'll add the quartz all the way around and try and get it as good as possible around this section, because it's a real pain in the ass building on corners, I'm sure many of you will know. Up to there, and then diagonal that way, and then that way. It's a real pain, these are, but we'll go that way and then that way, and it should look sort of like that. It's real. I'm gonna say it's difficult to explain, but you know it looks alright when it's done. But anyway, we'll just get this section done, and there we go. That's the front half of the walls done, or what we've built done so far, and then from the back of the final stairs, you just build a line of white blocks across, like so. And then from this line all the way forward, you just build a white roof. So, just like I say, just build a white roof, going from front to back or back to front, whichever way you want to go. It's nothing really special. I'll just do it quickly as I can, and then I should use the fill tool. So I shall stand on this block here, and as usual I should use the fill tool. So fill quartz by 2000, and there we go. That's the roof covered, and it should look something like that. That's the theory anyway. So that's the first section of the deck house, and then what we're going to do now is read my notes, so bear with me a second. And I've read my notes, so I'm just going to pop to the prototype just to make sure this all measures up, because it's, you know what I do, everything I do is an absolute cock up. So just go over to the prototype, and yeah, that's fine, okay. So we'll go back over to our wall, and I'll just double check that's alright. So we'll go back over to the end of the 32 on the outside, and we're going to add 5. So from the bottom here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 rows of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like so. And then we want 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And I'll just measure that to make sure it's 32. From the back to the front, or front to the back, whichever way. So that's 32. And then to curve back inwards again, we're going to want, I'll just check my notes. And then we want 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5 rows of 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 in, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a colour block, in theory, to mark the centre, and it should be sort of like that. Now, what we're going to do now is from the end of the 32, now this gets really technical now, so from the end of the 32, on the outside here, we're going to want to build up 2, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, like so. Oh, I forgot to mention, you do the same on the other side as well. So this foundation we just built, you do the same on the other side, and line it up to the centre block as well. I will do that with copy and paste in a minute, so that's just get that out of the way. Anyway, like I say, at the end of the 32, you build up 2, 3, and 2, like so. And the same with the next row as well. So you go to the next row, build up 2, and then 3, and then 2, like so. And then the next row you build. I'm trying to work out what to do now. So back of 32, do that one, and then the next one, and then the next one. On the next one here. So we've done those 2. So the next one along we build 1, and then 4 rows of 2. So you've got 2, 2. 2, 2, like so. My bloody notes keep falling on the floor here, I apologise for that. Right, so that's that section. Then I think the way I've done it, you do all the next sections as well. You do the same again. So we do 1 block and then up 2, 2, 2, and 2. Next row along, go up 1 and then 1 and then 2, 2, 2, 2. Next one along 1 and then 2, 2, 2, 2. Next one along 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. So, and the next one's along 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. And again, you get the idea. Add 1 on the end, and then up 2, up 2, up 2, up 2, and then 1, up 2, up 2, up 2, up 2, and then 1, up 2, up 2, up 2, up 2, and finally on the centre 1, and then up 2, up 2, up 2, up 2. Pardon me, it should look something like that. Right, so I'm just going to work out what to do next. I'm going to pop over to the prototype again and make sure the front walls are as I've written them down, because I'm going to say I'm not very good at doing things today. So yeah, the front walls of that section are all straight up, so the back walls like that are all curved. That's fair enough, we've done that. So we'll go to the front section now. So back to the end of the front wall there, we build it, I think it's 6 high, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's right, isn't it? Let me just do a jump cut a minute. I'm just have to double check this one. Okay, back again. I just double checked everything and had to rewrite everything. But anyway, everything what we have here is fine. But the next section, like I say, here we go to the forward end of the rows here. We go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back 2, and then up 1 like so, or back 1 rather, and then up 1 like that, and it should look something like that. And then the rest of the sections you just build them to 6 high. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then fill in the gaps between each section. Like so, and then the next row along 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill in the gap. And the next row along 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill in the gap. And then the next row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like so. And then the last section going from the front end to the back end of this row of 32. We just use wall edit because it's quite a large section. It's all quartz. A quartz wall, so I use set quartz. And there we go, that's the side. Fill in the gaps. And then the gaps between back to front, we just fill in the gaps here. So that gap's filled in like that, and then the next one along like so. And there we go, that's that section all filled in, and it should, in theory, look something like that. I don't guarantee it will look like that, but you know, this is how things plan out. Right, so what we're going to do now is from the centre point at the back, so of course I've not done the other side yet, so I'm going to do that in a minute, but from the centre block, you build up another row of 2, and then you build around and trace the top row, so that you're basically adding another row to the top. So you trace around the back here like so, and then when you get to the outside edges you trace along the inside again, so you're not building on top, you're just building on the inside, so you've got an extra sort of ledge on the outside, so just build up to each section and just trace it along. So build it all the way along the side here, and then again on the inside rows, or the narrower rows rather, up to the front end, like so. And you just cut off by 1 block there, so you don't need to go right to the end of that section there. So you got from the side it goes up 5, 2, 2. That's what it looks like from the side anyway. So when you come to build across to the other side, you just build blocks across like so, and then the next row will be across like this, and then the next row will be across as well. So that's just a mock-up so far. I'll do the other side in a second, but that's how it should look on the front there, like so. So as you go for sort of a transition from the low building to the high building, but it's not a very good transition, it's a bit steep. And if you notice down here, you will have a bit of a gap, so you've got a stair block in there, so you can remove that stair block and replace it with a white block, and it should look something like that. So yeah, don't look too bad. I mean, it's not brilliant by any means, but you know, it's something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, pardon me, quickly copy and paste it. So I'm going to put a yellow tower over here and copy from there and remove the tower, and then copy it down to the centre of the front, of the very front of the deck house, so I can do this properly. So copy to there, and then it's copy, flip, and then paste, and that should be both sides all done. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. So that, now we've got the deck house all in place, and it should look something like that. I mean, it's nothing special, but you know, it's a design of something nonetheless. And yeah, it should look something like that. And then, as before, you just use white blocks to fill in the roofs. So it's basically just a whitewash of white blocks, basically. And I do apologise for all the screw-ups I've done throughout this tutorial and throughout this video as well. Things not going too well, but at least we got there anyway. So anyway, that's the first few sections. That's what I'll do. I shall stand on this block again, or a block somewhere. So I shall stand on a block here, and use the fill tool again to fill in all the white, and that will create the roof. And here we go. That's the roof added, and it should all look something like that. So that's everything is wonderful like that. So there we go. That's perfect in every way. Right, so that's that section done, and there's no doors or windows to add to this either, because on the prototype I've got no doors or windows, so there's nothing to add on this one. Although, if you do a bit more research than what I've done, you probably could find doors or windows on this deck house, but we'll leave it at that nonetheless. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a jump cut and do some measuring, and then we'll move on to the next phase. So back in a moment. Okay, now I move on to something else. We're going to build the mast. So we're going to go over to the top of the ship's wheelhouse, on the back end of the ship's wheelhouse. So we're going to go to where the fins join the back here. So you've got these diagonal fins going up to connect to the back of the wheelhouse. Here we are. And leave a 1 block gap from the centre point on the wood here. So you've got wood going around all over it. And you leave a single wood block gap from the back wall, and then we're going to build on the centre there. So you put a centre block there, whichever colour you want, and we're going to build that 1 wide. Next row along, build it 3. Next row along, build it 5. And then next 3 rows, build 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1. Like so. And then we have the base for our mast. And it should look something like that. Like a big disc, and it should look like that. Right, so now we're going to go and build it upwards. Now this could go one of many ways, because the way I've written it down is basically next to nothing, gibberish. So from the front centre, we're going to build up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then behind that build 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's quite a hefty mast we've got there. It's quite a rather tall object, and it does look rather oversized, doesn't it? But you know, that's how it should be. So it's yeah, it was up 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 7, 5, like that. And then we go to the next row along. So this is the same on this block here, and on the same on the other side. So we built, oh, bloody hell, my notes are gone again. Right, bear with me. Right, so on the next row along, this one here, we build up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. You only go as far as that point. And then I'll do the same on the other side because it's symmetrical. So we go up, what was it, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there, that's both sides, and that's centre point done. And then for the next 2 rows, or the next row out, that one, and the same on the other side, the third, or the second row out basically, you want to build up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's as far as you go with that one. And then do the same on the other side. So it was up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And then for the outside edge, we do the same again on the outside edge. We go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it should look something like that. So I do the same on the other side again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. And it should look something like that. So what we do now is go to the back and we do the same sort of thing again, but slightly different design. So we go to the back centre, and let me just adjust my notes again so I don't overread things. So from the centre at the back, we go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then forward of that we go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then forward of that we go up 26, or basically until we connect to the bottom of that top spur. So it's up. It should be 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Make it 27. And there we go, that's connected there. And then we go to the next row along, which is the same on this side and on that side, of course. So the next row along we go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it should be 15, but maybe slightly shorter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's up 16 on that one there. And we do the same on the other side. So we go up the 4 and the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this, what was it, 16 overall, and it's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And there we go. And then the next row along, which is the second one out, so that's middle, first, and second. So on the second we want up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, and then 3, I think, or 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So build up 4, like so. And we do the same on the other side. So we go up 4, 3, then 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. If I can find where to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then lastly on the outside edge, we build up just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so, and then fill in the gap inside. So same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fill in the gap. And it should look something like that. Now there are areas on the back you may want to adjust because because you can, and you can make this section here 1 block higher. So these rows of 3 on the back, you can make them 1 block higher so that they match the outside row. So I shall do that. Just build them 1 block higher, and like I said, they'll just match the outside row, and it should be all okay. And it's up to you how you want to adjust it. Entirely up to you and what you want to do. But don't look too bad as it is. So that is the mast, or antenna, or whatever you want to call it. And then what we're going to do is go to the very top, and we're going to go to the 5th block down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and build out 3. 1, 2, 3. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, like that. It should look something like that. And then from there we're going to go to the underneath. We go 8 blocks down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we build out 2, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Same on the other side. Build out 2, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. And then on the front of that, so where the 2 connects to the 5, we build forward 2 there, and the same on the other side, forward 2, and on the inside we build 2 again, and 2 again there, and then join them together in the centre like so, and then fill in the gaps to create a platform, and it should look something like that. Kind of ruins the aesthetics of the mast, but it's what has to be done. And yeah, don't look too bad. I was expecting it to be more difficult than that, but it came out much better than I thought. So at least we got communication now anyway. So that's the mast, and I don't really know what to do now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do another jump cut and do some measuring, and then we can work on something else. So back in a minute. Okay, back again. So what we're going to do now is add some windows and cut a hole in the side of the ship. Doesn't sound very creative, but it's something. So so what we're going to do now is go to where the lifeboat stations begin. So you've got this side wall here, and then you've got the wall that goes in at the beginning of what will be the lifeboat stations. And then what we're going to do is on deck level, or 1 block above, so you've got the wall that goes out to the side and the deck level here. 1 block above that on the side here, we're going to add 7 windows. So I should use black glass for this, so that's 1 window there, just making sure it's 1 block above the deck there. So that's the first window, and then window number 2, window number 3, window number 4, and then window number 5, sort of like that. So window number 5, and then window number 6, and then window number 7. So that's 7 windows like that. Your windows may be slightly different position to me because of that area there, but anyway, that's 7 windows there. And then leave a 2 block gap, and then add another 7 windows. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, like so. And then leave a 2 block gap, so those 2 blocks there, and then we add 6 windows. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, like so. So that's 6 windows. So that's 7, 7, 6 windows, like so. And it should look roughly like that. Nothing special, but you know. So that's that. And then from the deck above, so we've got just above the window, so back where the lifeboat stations begin. So on the next deck above, so you've got to work out where the deck is on the inside. The deck is just above the windows, and then just above that deck area there, you're going to cut a hole. So it's going to be 3 blocks high. So make sure you cut it 3 blocks high, and the bottom block is at deck level. So the deck is right on the outside there, like that. So it's 3 high, and it's 13 long. So that's 1 basically. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 13 long and 3 high. And then we remove all the blocks that are in there, like so. And then we replace 1 block up in the corner there, because that would be a sort of pillar which connects the a pillar for the lifeboat station. So we put a block back there, like so. That should look something like that. And then for the inside walls, because there's going to be it's meant to be a lifeboat area, this is, but I didn't actually add that on the prototype. I just left it empty. But we'll add inside walls nonetheless. So from the front of the area here, we're going to build inwards, say 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then build that to 3 high, and then build back. I don't know actually. Build back 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Make it 14, and then make that 3 high as well. And there we go. That will create a sort of open area for an extra lifeboat. It's only a small lifeboat, but it will go in there. But I did, like I said, I didn't add the lifeboat on the prototype. I just left the space open. So that's that. So that's that little section done there. And then we move along by 4 blocks. So we leave a 4 block gap from where the opening begins. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gap, and then we're going to add pairs of windows. So like on the top section there, little windows which are 1 block high with a slab on top. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block add our window, and then another gap, and then a window. So it's 2 windows plus 2 slabs. So we add pairs, and we're going to add 5 pairs. So that's 1 pair, and then a 3 block gap, pair number 2, like so, and then replace the tops with slabs. So that's pair number 2, and a 3 block gap, pair number 3, plus the slabs, and then 3 block gap, pair number 4 without doing any damage. So pair number 4 plus the slabs on the top, although you may want to avoid the slab on this section because it's on a curve. So it's up to you if you want to add that. So that was pair number 4, and then pair number 5, 3 block gap, same again. So window and window plus the slabs on the top. And I'll just remove that one there. There we go. So then it should look something like that. So you've got your 5 windows there, as well as the lifeboat station there, and they don't look too bad. So you do the same on the other side as before, and yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. So I'll do a copy paste for that section because it's not going to take too long. So I shall copy from down there up to the front center area to about here, I think. So copy to about there. So you use copy, flip, and then paste, and that should have done the other side as well. And yep, there we go. That's all the windows added there, as well as the open lifeboat station there. So that's both sides done, and it should look something like that. So I'm sort of running out of time today because it's somewhere I need to be. So this is only going to be a sort of short video. So we're going to call it a day there. We've got both sides of that area done. We've got the funnel support at the back and also the mast done. So like I say, it's only a small video. So for the next video, part 8, we're going to add the funnels, propellers probably, and the rudder, and anything else after that. So still plenty more to go, but we got a few bits done nonetheless. So like I said, I'm going to call it a day there, and we should end it there. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing, and I shall return in part 8. So bye for now.